Okay, hey Cilla. That's what I'm calling you. I know it's not your full name, but for privacy reasons, that's what I'm going to be naming this video. I hope you're having a good day. I look forward to sharing this personal reading with you, and I do want you to call me if you have any questions whatsoever about it. And you know what you wanted the reading about, so I'm just going to go into it now. I wanted to let you know that the person that, it's a love and romance reading. So I wanted to tell you about the other person involved in this. Sometimes when I'm doing a personal reading, I do pick up on spirit. I wanted to let you know that I'm getting a D name, Danny coming in. There is a friend, cousin, male in spirit with him to his left. Looks to be a young person, teenager, early 20s. Just to let you know that person that has passed is stepping forward just to kind of waving, throwing his hand up, letting his presence be known. I wanted to go into a few things with you, and I'm just going to tell you what I picked up on as far as the kind of person that he is. And here we go. I feel like he has a tendency to falsely advertise how good his life is, or to make others take notice in him. He's like putting some false information out there, I feel like. He has a tendency to make things out better than they are instead of actually focusing on issues that he needs to focus on. There's some things going on within him that he needs to learn to focus on. Sometimes he may make people feel like he is bragging about things and going on with him in order to make others feel a bit more self-conscious about their life. Like he tries to, what I'm saying is I feel like I pick up on his energy that he tries to make himself seem a little bit better than others. If there's a group of people talking, he might seem to carry on or just make himself look good. You know what I mean? He has to acknowledge the good and the bad instead of putting on a safe face so he can go out and look good around other people. He's got to go within himself. He's got a lot of issues he needs to go within himself to deal with. So you need to be aware of that situation right now. It's one thing to inspire others and make them feel good about themselves, but another thing when you're trying to hide the dysfunction. I really feel like he is a wolf in sheep's clothing. So I want you to take that to heart. We all have our free will to do what we choose, but you came to me and wanted me to pick up on your energy and let you know. So I'm just being straight up and honest with you. And I know things sometimes may not be what you want to hear, but you can just take it as a warning from your higher self. We all have free will to do things, and people can change. But you need to be aware that this situation does not look like a good situation for you. He ignores all negativity in his life. These are problems going on unsolved. And Cilla, if he doesn't solve them, they could become your problems. Okay? By him ignoring problems, if you two were to go on and form a relationship, these problems could become yours, if that makes some sense to you. It's not a happily ever after situation at all, I don't feel. He must acknowledge the negativity, dysfunction, where it happens, so healing can occur. You can get the real happily ever after instead of faking it if he can do things like this and go within and find himself to become a better person. It's like everyone is acting like an actor and not being their true self. So you know how sometimes when you might meet somebody and you're just like, oh, and you're talking to people and you're like, wow, he seems like a really nice person or whatever. But you don't really truly get to know that person until you spend more and more time with them. And so it's kind of like an actor facade right now, Wolf in sheep's clothing, warning signs, ba-bum, ba-bum. Looks good on the outside, but on the inside, totally rotten is what I'm feeling. I'm really picking up on that. He has been childish, immature, like an extremely irresponsible nature about him. Not good with money, not professional, and his friends think he will not amount to much. It's like just a lot of issues going on with him. A lot of issues. I feel like he burns out easily on any project or task that he takes on. He's got a hard time focusing his attention. So, like, if he starts something, he never finishes it, or he don't want to, he procrastinates about it. He does things halfway, slip-ups that will have to be addressed soon. There's some things that he's done. It's like I said, if you carry on with a relationship or form a relationship, there's some things that he's done that were his problems that could become your problems. So you really need to take note in that. Monitor his sincerity as well as his insincerity. You go with your gut. You know, you could be great for him, but he may not be great for you. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to be a mama figure trying to raise somebody that's still acting like a kid, even though he's in a grown man's body. Watch his sincerity versus his insincerity to you. He was stuck in a situation that he just really wanted out of in the past, I feel like. He has to let go of past issues and dysfunctions. He is free to move as he pleases. Things honing him from the past aren't really an issue to him. It's like he's blown it off. Where he's got it deep inside of him instead of taking care of the situation and resolving problems, emotions within him. He is not doing that. There is an opportunity for him to prove himself. Whether he will do that or not, I do not think he will. But, you know, he has free will just like we all have free will. He may, but I don't feel like from his energy that he will. He has a chance to finally get things going, even if it's later in life. Better late than never is what I'm picking up on. But I don't feel like that time is now. I feel like it's going to be later for him. And I know he's not old or anything, but, you know, I just don't think he's gotten to that point yet. I think he's thinking about wanting to change, but I think he's got a lot of issues he has to address in order to do so. Has to find important, make sure it's not going to fade on all costs. Okay. In haste to find improvement in life. Okay, it's like he's trying to find some improvement in his life. But you got to make sure he's not going for freedom at all costs. Like, he needs to know that feeling free is not the same as being free. You know, there's still lots of issues to be resolved. Lots of them. I'm just picking up on that. There's an opportunity in finding love, and love could actually happen, and a relationship could take place because people are now free to do as they will. But it's not time. I really don't feel it's time. But, you know, you can take this as you may. So that's what I'm picking up on that. I feel like there's debts that need to be repaid with him. He needs to do things right. I really feel like he is definitely not ready to be tied down at this moment. If he does get into a relationship, it needs to go really, really, really slow. Really slow. And if it's meant to be, it will be. You know, everybody wants love. And everybody deserves love. And most everyone will have that love in their life. And if this turns into love and it's meant to be, then it will be. But there are issues there. And I know that you know that there are, or you wouldn't have asked me to tune into your energy and see. So, we're going to keep on going with it. You go with your gut, because I know you're feeling it in your gut. It's like just because an old flame is gone doesn't mean he is immediately ready to take on a new one. Cilla, give it time. Give it time. He's frustrated, burnout. This is what I'm seeing for him coming up. Okay, so say you pursued this and you wanted to turn this into a relationship and work on it and try to help him. In the near future, I would feel like he was frustrated, burnout. His energies are diminishing. He is loving passion. He loves passion, but he's easily distracted and will show procrastination. And it's like he will climb to the top of that mountain and get to the peak with the passion, and then boom, he's done. He is done, and he's out of there. If problems start coming up or things have to get done and the real life steps in on him, the real world, he ain't going to have no part of that. None. He will drop the ball when it comes to helping you with something. Drop the ball. I'm just getting dysfunction, incompatible. I mean, just that. Okay? Okay, sweetie. He's got a lack of readiness. I'm just feeling like there's going to be some, if you take this on and try to turn it into a relationship, and I just feel like there's going to be rejection. I just feel like you're going to be hurt. You're going to have your body reacting to emotional stress if you take this relationship on. Your health is already important. You're going to have double stress, emotional stress. You're going to feel it in your body. You need to pay attention to your body and what it tells you. What you thought would be the perfect one is not for you. And I'm just so sorry. I really don't feel like this is the guy for you. If you go with it, you will see him branching off. You know, things might be good at first, and then it's going to be boom. And it ain't going to take long. It won't. It's like forcing two people to be compatible, and it may seem good at first, and then bam, totally incompatible. Don't let that happen to you, because you're too good. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful woman. Oh my gosh, good. You're good. Got a big, kind heart, and there is somebody out there for you. There is. But this is like it starts right and then it turns very wrong. I see mood disorders, codependencies. There's so much going on here. Tread lightly with it, my friend. Tread lightly. Know your limits. If you take this on, know your limits. Take time to realize who you are and never try to be anything else for anyone, okay? Now, that is everything that I got tuning in to your energy and to the energies around you. So I hope that this helps you in some way. Know that you have the free will to do whatever. And if I can give you just any little bit of advice, you know, when I was single and before I met my husband, I used to go out with some losers. And I should have known better. I really should have trusted my gut. And in fact, I mean, I could feel that pull within me like, this is not good. You don't need to be going out with this person. Why we do things like that, I don't know. But when I met David, my husband, first date, I knew. I just knew. It was just an instant knowing. And when you get that feeling, you know you got it. And you'll know when you get it. And I hope this makes some sense to you. I'm always here for you. I look forward to answering any questions you may have. And I want you to have a beautiful, wonderful weekend. And I will talk with you soon, my friend. Thank you so much.